Check it out. C50 and the trailer are out of the shop, and old Crow still kind of on the ugly side, but we had to get it out for a little local show because this is probably going to be one of the last shows that we get to go to here for a while. I'll explain more here in a minute. Give you guys a quick walk around of the truck while it's down at the show. I'm not going to do too much about the show, but there was a good Burnout contest, so I'll give you guys a little preview of the Burnout contest, and we'll come back and we'll talk more about what the plans are here in the future for the truck and the trailer. So it turns out there was a tie between first and second place. So after a small deliberation, they decided between them that another 25 seconds worth of burnout was in order to be able to determine the winner.
Here we go, 25 seconds, here we go.
Pretty good time over the weekend. The burnout contest was pretty sweet, and there was a lot of nice cars down there and everything. I just really wasn't in the mood to walk around and film a bunch of pretty cars and make a video of it for you guys. Kind of bored with that, so we skipped that. But anyways, back to where we're at on the truck and the trailer. So we obviously still got a lot of work left to do. I would still really like to, of course we have to, paint the trailer, and if we're painting the trailer, I might as well paint it to match the truck, and I wouldn't like to get rid of the orange that's on the truck, which is why we didn't do a lot of paint and body work and everything to make the cab look real great. It looks halfway okay. Probably looks okay to you guys in video. In person it looks pretty bad. Anyways, long story short, go ahead and finish the body work out on that. I would like to go ahead and straighten up a couple little things with the cab here, and I want to paint it. I still want it to be red, and kind of the red with the black rubbed through it, you know, black primer kind of showing through the red, kind of weathered look. It's already actually kind of got that look here on the hood. I'll show you guys that real quick, and kind of so we can all be on the same page here. People were talking earlier when I said something about that, like you can kind of see there where, you know, the hood is actually kind of got some of the primer stuff showing through and everything. So that's kind of the look that I want for the whole truck, but then I want it to have a clear coat over it and be shiny and all of that. So it is a fake patina, blah blah blah. Some people are, you know, totally against that. Some like it, whatever. I like it. I think it's gonna look good. Let this truck go by. So anyways, yeah, that's the kind of the idea for the color on the truck and everything. I still think that I'm probably going to maybe just leave it a single cab right now. I don't know if we're going to do the sleeper, and I know that's disappointing to a lot of you guys. It's kind of disappointing to me as well, but my mindset at the moment is I need to actually be working on some other stuff and actually pay some bills and put a little money in the bank, especially with all of the stuff coming up with Julie's cancer and whatnot, and Christmas and yada yada yada. You guys know the drill. Everything sucks. Everybody needs more money, obviously. So yeah, I need to get back to work. We need to start making some money, and I just probably don't really have time to be spending another month putting a sleeper on the back of this thing. And also, I think it might look kind of cool with stacks on it. I wasn't really up on the stacks with the sleeper. I really like the side pipe idea with the sleeper, but I think without the sleeper, having stacks on it would look pretty cool, and I think having some stacks with some flamethrowers would be pretty sweet. That's something that I've always thought would be fun to have and have never had, is the flamethrower stuff. So I think we might try to do some of that. It also needs new exhaust. The header on the one side broke off, and the other side's not real great. So yeah, I mean, they were $30 deals at a swap meet that were old and used, so it is what it is. But now that we don't have to worry about the budget anymore, we can do some different things with the exhaust to make that pretty cool, and we'll tie that all into the stacks and the flamethrower. So I like the way that all sounds. That gas tank has got to go. That they told me it was 17 gallons. It ends up only being about 11 or 12, and that sucks. That's horrible. Obviously, we still need to fix the transmission so that we have something more than first and second, although it pulls really good in first and second. Didn't have any problem pulling the truck and trailer at all. Actually messing around out here in the parking lot, just pulling it out of the building now, I was able to actually break all 4 tires on the back of the truck loose with it. So plenty of power is still there in first and second, but obviously we need more than first and second. We needed more than first, second, and drive when we were driving on the highway. But so we're going to do a 4L80 in there, and I've already got a 4L80 sitting here for it, so that's pretty good. I just need to get the computer controls to be able to run it, and we should be able to do that pretty easily with our ACES EFI setup, so that's pretty awesome. So right now we got a little bit of air in the trailer, not too much. It's just up about, I don't know, what is that, 2.5 inches or so maybe that it's up. And then I probably have about 4 inches in the back of the truck. So I could probably let that down and, yeah, you guys get the idea. It's about a little higher in the front than it is in the back. And I don't really like this space right here. I didn't think it was going to be that big of a deal. It didn't look that different or that, not much changed from the drawing, but I think it has like a little bit of an angle in the drawing. I think I want to try to put some kind of a big gusset thing up in here. I can't make the arc with my finger, but having an arc in there with a gusset to kind of help fill that void in right there, because that's a really ugly part of the truck and the trailer, in my opinion, is that weird spot right there. So I want to be able to do something with that too before we go ahead and take the time to paint everything up. Also, the tailgate was trash on this thing, and I ended up finding another tailgate. So again, now that we're not on a budget with the build-off stuff, we can spend a little bit of money on it, and if we go over our $5,000 budget, it's not going to be a big deal other than to my bank account. But yeah, that was a really, really nice tailgate, so I'm pretty happy with finding that. And what else we've got? Probably needs a bumper back here too to kind of finish that all off. A couple pieces of chrome like around that other tail light and stuff and whatnot. So gonna be looking for some stuff at some swap meets and salvage yards and things like that. So we'll see if we can't find some of the other parts and pieces that we need to be able to finish that off. But overall, also the trailer, I'm really happy with the way the suspension turned out on it. I was kind of worried about the airbags being a little bit too mushy, and especially with that much height above where the center of the trailer would be. Maybe it'd be top heavy and want to be rocking and rolling around a little bit. But if you remember that big giant heavy sway bar that's on there that several people were giving me a hard time about, I don't know why, but that sway bar makes a huge difference. This thing doesn't really rock and move around any more than a regular gooseneck trailer, so that's pretty awesome. So I'm really happy about that. I don't have all the boards in there yet. I was able to get just a few boards and put in there, so the center of it still needs done. What else can I tell you guys? Oh, I want to put a plate across the front of it there and kind of cap that all off and clean that up. I did also find some big fuel tanks the other day too, and I'm not sure, they might end up being just a little too big for this truck, but I'm gonna play around with those a little bit. We'll see after we get the stacks on if maybe we can't make those work out as well and kind of go from there. Also, really don't like the look of these wheels and tires on the truck. I really, now that again we're over with the build off and not worrying about a $5,000 budget, think that it needs the semi wheels and tires on it. I think that would make this thing look so much better. So that's something that we'll probably be messing with here in the future too. One other thing is we need a spot here on the side of the bed finished out for the crank to be able to go to the landing gear. I started, almost got it there. You can kind of see it's there, but the hole isn't big enough to get the handle through. So I got to open that all up, and I think it also is going to need some feet on the bottom of the landing gear. Otherwise, like if I sit down right now in that dirt, it's just going to sink right through there and not want to stay up. So it needs some kind of little pad on the bottom of that. And I still want to build a little filler panel in for that area right back in there. And back up in here. So we'll see how all that plays out when it's all said and done. And a ton of people asked me if I was going to move the step, and yes, the step definitely needs extended, or maybe not extended, maybe just leave it at that point and then kind of come at an angle, and then of course filled in all the way back there at the back. But maybe at an angle would look kind of good. I'm kind of thinking that at the moment. And then once it's all the way to the back of the cab, then there might be another little filler piece to add in down here where the exhaust is going to go through. That's kind of what I'm envisioning at the moment anyways. I could also see, and once it gets semi wheels and tires on it, it'll probably go up a little bit because those are a bigger diameter than what these are. And I can also see when I add on to the step here, adding a little filler piece down here along the bottom, it'll kind of help make the whole truck look lower. But then I can put some dimple dies in there and stuff too. I've got some ideas of some stuff like that I think would look pretty good, along with maybe some dimple die holes into the side of the hood or something as well, where they put the vent on the ones that had the big block in them. But this one didn't have a big block, so there's no vent. I also don't know if you guys had noticed the lights that I got up there. I fixed the old crappy ones that were up there. I don't think I talked about that in any of the videos that I made about it. But those are kind of like a smoke deal, and they got LEDs in them. They light up, they're really bright at night, and they look really cool. I like the way they look. And they were cheap. They were only like 20 bucks or 25 bucks or something. And also, on the inside, I started stacking stickers in here. I've kind of showed it a little bit a couple of times. I've never been one to put stickers on anything. So now that I decided I'm going to put some stickers here on the inside of the truck, I'm kind of going batshit crazy with all the stickers. I've got a bunch of them that some people have sent me and people have gave me, and I just really didn't know what to do with them for sure yet. And I thought, man, I'm going to go ahead and just put them in here. I think it looked cool, and it does. I like it. I think it's a nice little addition in there inside of the truck for some reason. Like I said, not typically something that I've done in the past before. Is put stickers on anything of any sort, but I like them in there. I also bought an old junk cabinet out at one of the auctions I went to here a while back that is going to be really nice to put more stuff in inside the shop, but it is really ugly, and I started putting stickers all over it too because I had a whole bunch of them that were doubles of stuff, and I didn't want to put the same sticker over and over again inside the cab of the truck. So I've been putting all the others that I had doubles of and everything inside there. So if any of you got any stickers that you want to send me, I got plenty of places to still put stickers. I'm also thinking about maybe putting some stickers on the front door inside the shop too. So that door is really ugly and needs something done with it. I might just rattle can it real quick and then start putting stickers on it. So yeah, if you got your YouTube channel, your car group, or your whatever it is that's got stickers, you want to send it to me, I will definitely stick it on something, somewhere, someplace. Another thing, while Old Crow's up there, I think you can see at this angle why the deck had to be over the top of the sheet metal on the sides of the trailer, because there's obviously no way that we could have put Old Crow down low and then had the sheet metal be on the outside of the truck. It just would not work. We would be way over legal limit. Old Crow's only about an inch or two away from being at legal limit as it is. So yeah, there's no way we can go down with the truck. The deck had to be flat, no Z in the trailer. So the one question I had a bunch of people ask when we was at the car show is, how did we get Old Crow up there on the trailer? Well, I had a couple different answers. The first answer is kind of the fun one, and that is, I told everybody we've got airbags on Old Crow. So we can take the airbags, we can start throwing the switches on the airbags, and we can make this thing bounce, you know, just jump up and down, kind of like hydraulics. And we get it bouncing high enough in the air that we get it way up here about like this, and then we just take the truck and trailer and just back it up in reverse real quick and just right underneath there, and it comes down, just lands perfect right on the trailer. All right, so obviously we didn't bounce it off the ground and load it that way. But we originally thought we would try to do is just drive it right out the dock door onto the trailer. But that ended up not being able to be an option because we didn't have a wide enough dock door. The back of the truck is actually wider than the dock door. So what we ended up doing is calling Tony from Hook'em Towing to come on over with his rollback, and he helped us out, and we just put it on his truck and he backed up to the trailer and We just drove it off, and now we're of course doing the opposite of that to get it off and back onto the ground. Huge shout out to Tony for doing that. We really appreciate it. If you guys need anybody to move your cars around Reno County, Hutchinson area, definitely give him a call. So where's that leave us at for videos? Well, I'm going to still do a little bit of stuff on the C50. It'll probably be in the evenings on the side, so don't expect a video anytime soon on it. But we are going to go ahead and we're going to get back to work on our 53, the one that we've chopped the top on. We've already kind of started working on the tail lights. You guys aren't supposed to see that just yet. So that's a sneak peek right there. And then, yeah, we've still got to air ride this thing. It's still going to get show and shine paint job. It's still going to get custom interior all in it. It's still going to get an LS motor swap and, you know, a bunch of other stuff done to it. So this is going to be pretty interesting to check out. I've got a ton of body work to do to it, and then it's also going to get show and shine paint on it. So that's going to be one of the first times here on the channel you will see us actually do that. So we won't spend a lot of time on the bodywork side of things and all that kind of stuff because that's pretty boring, but all the other custom stuff that we're going to be doing, we'll cover all that pretty good. And then we also have the other project that we did introduce just one video of so far, and we're going to be starting on it and getting to work on it pretty heavy here in the near future on it too. So yes, we are going to be doing another Jeep build here on the channel, and we already have done one video on this Jeep right here. You can go back and find that. But basically, I'll catch you guys up if you haven't watched it yet. On that first video, we went ahead and did a stretch through the center of it there, and we did that just like we did on the other Jeep build, where if you're going to be sitting low in one of these things, you really need that little bit of stretch to make them comfortable and even manageable to drive. So we did that, but short of that, that's kind of where the similarities of these two builds end, other than they're both Jeeps, because this one is going to be quite different. So we started off with new sheet metal instead of old rusty stuff that we had to save. We're going to be doing a complete custom one-off chassis, pretty much from scratch on this thing. And then we've got some fun happening up here. So let me grab that and show you. Yes, that's right. We're putting a 392 Hemi in this thing. Fuel injected out of a newer car. This thing should be a ripper. And this little tiny body right here, that might get a little scary, and it should be a lot of fun. So pretty excited about all that. We're also going to keep with, you know, the kind of four-wheel drive theme going on of it being a Jeep. So we had to put some swampers on it. So let me show you those real quick. Probably something in that neighborhood. Of course, the motor goes back because it would look stupid all the way up there. And then this is probably going to be somewhere close to our wheelbase. This might be back a little bit there, but something like that. That's going to be kind of the feel of what it is that we're doing. I've got a bunch of cool ideas in my head to make this thing really unique. So you guys are going to want to check out this build for sure, because it's going to be pretty badass. And I'm really excited for that one. I'm excited for both of them, but this one should be a lot of fun to drive too. So anyways, it's probably about all I got for you guys on today's video. You're probably tired of me talking at this point anyhow. So I'm gonna go ahead and let you go, and I'll see you guys again next Wednesday at 7 when we're working on one of these two and getting some stuff done. So see you then.